Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Max to white, Mark to blue. Oh yeah. Okay. We got a smaller lineup. Max is one of the five in this lineup. Okay.
For a basketball player, the most important part is their commitment to want to be there and to get better. So we talk about them, the process not will lead to the results that they may or may not want. But the process is what we talk about, showing up every day and actually liking to shoot, liking to play defense, liking to hit the weight room, liking to do their schoolwork, to be a part of the whole thing and not just, I want to show up and get a ball and go play pickup games and I think I'm good. Someone who is committed to being in the program, ideally they've been here since their freshman year. I'd like to have people that are making a 4-year commitment to the school and to the program, but if they transfer in, they get an opportunity to play. And what we want is for people that want to be on the team, in the program, part of a group, but what we're emphasizing every day for them is to just show up and give us everything they have. If we have to be a cheerleader to motivate someone to want to go in the weight room or a cheerleader to motivate them to want to practice, then they need to find something else to do because everyone needs to go do something that they enjoy and then they'll be that much better at it as the season goes on. And we talk about family all the time, which is a Chaminade thing, and you know, it's on a lot of the jerseys and everything you see around all the college and other high schools, everyone has family and stuff, and we talk about that all the time. We just want people to be a family, to really embrace what that means, and whether it's you're on the court, off the court, behind the scenes, a practice guy, whatever, you're still part of the group. For example, when we have seniors graduate, we include the managers in senior night because they are as much part of this team as the guy who scores 20 points a game or whatever. In practice, we'll rotate guys around as best we can. We'll play our first 5 together almost every practice against everybody else. We'll mix in the 6th and 7th guy with that first 5 every now and then and mix in other guys in the practice time with them. You earn playing time by what you do in practice. So the first 5 to 7 guys usually stays about the same, and maybe the starters will rotate. That's usually what happens. Everyone's given opportunities, but that's basically the case of what happens. And then the rest of the guys will rotate around where we think that they're going to be. In a game, I'll play maybe 8 guys at the most. But typically 7 guys in a game. But in a game, it fluctuates on who's going to get the most playing time. Whoever's playing well is going to stay in the game and play more.
I care about this basketball program. To me, all the work that I put in here to get us to a CIF championship game with all our teammates, those are memories you can never take away. Like, you can't take those away. We can have kids who are really strong in the weight room, and sometimes, you know, the skill doesn't translate to the basketball court for whatever reason. Whether they're not working on their skills, whether they're not taking, you know, their shooting seriously. Whatever the case may be, it's not always 100% the best kids in the weight room are the best kids on the court. However, it's the work ethic. If I see a kid is working to get stronger every single day and is putting in that effort and intent, the same thing goes with their skills, then it's obviously going to pay off at some point in time. You just have to continue with it. Trust the process, right? That old saying, that's something that we can apply to everyday life, no matter what it is. Sports, you know, your job, school for sure, because you can take a kid who is a D student, and if they actually take school seriously, they'll eventually get, you know, to a passing grade, whether it's a B- or an A+. But it's just about putting in the time and effort and dedication to how bad you want something. Absolutely. As a 5th grader, I was fat and overweight. I was 121 pounds in 5th grade, and I was like 5 foot even. So I was a wide little kid. I was always kind of fast, but I was never really quick. So that's what I wanted to do, was get quicker for basketball purposes, kind of lean out, and that's what happened in middle school. You know, it completely changed my body. Teaching them about, you know, basically how to move in a basketball game. If you've ever felt tight or like, oh man, I don't feel like I'm moving as well as I know I can, then that's a problem. So if I can address those issues, right? Movement quality, right? Getting stronger, being able to have that, conditioning. So in the fourth quarter, there's no doubt who the better team is. We're still ready, even though we've been applying pressure all game long. That's the end goal, is to have all the kids that I coach or have an impact on be able to perform at the highest levels if they so choose. Specific drills, I think it's all need-based. Like you have to look at somebody as a whole, as a system, and say what are things that we can approach to get them better as a whole. It's not just specifically this is my favorite thing to do, but I think just addressing everything as a whole, certain needs, and then once the kids see like, oh man, I'm not too good at that drill, hopefully they work on that on their own, because that's kind of the end goal, is you want to work on things that are your weaknesses so that they become your strengths.
Get out the way.
Like the feeling you get when you win, but like also how much better you want to get when you lose. Like so both ways it's satisfying, because like even if you lose, you know how much you want to win, which will drive you to like practice more. I want to make it D1. I want to play basketball in college, preferably a school that would make it to the NCAA tournament. I take care of most of my schoolwork during X block or like during class if I have extra time, so that I have more time to practice. And sometimes like I go in before school so that doesn't interfere with my time to do homework. I play for myself. No one's ever really pushed me to play. I've always wanted to. I try to get like 600 to 700 shots up each day, and just when you miss, you can't be frustrated. You have to just keep doing the same thing over and over and it'll fall. So sometimes I get really mad, but like it all goes away in a little bit. You just have to rely on your teammates. Like you have to know that they'll perform if you're not. Like I said, a lot of people will say that it doesn't really faze them, but like it is nerve-wracking playing in front of your friends and people you know. Like it's more nerve-wracking than playing in front of people you don't know, but I mean, like once you get into the game, you don't really realize that they're there. It's like maybe the first 2 minutes or something, but then it all goes away.
I'm trying to get better. I just want to play basketball in high school, so I mean that's all I'm trying to do, is get better. I just gotta make sure that I learn from what happened last year and then kind of like let it help me this year when I'm trying to make the JV team. I'm always trying to be a good teammate, so whatever I can do to help my team win, that's what I'm gonna do. It's not an individual game, it's a team game, so whatever it takes to win is probably it.
When I strive, I feel like just to get better every time I step on the court. I just don't focus on one thing. I try to do everything, and then with everything I do, I try to include my teammates as well. I'm not even gonna lie, I focus on basketball more, but school should always be first, because without school, there's no basketball. But see, I like basketball like a lot, so, but I balance it. It's just time management. If you know you have something, if you know you have homework, but you have a late practice, then just do your homework before that day even comes up. It's just all about time management. I love my coach. It's amazing. I love him. And my favorite part about the team is just the multiple personalities we have. Like, there's so many different weird people on this team. It all makes it fun.
Well, I think the only way you can make it is by working harder than the next guy. So I'll just go as hard as I can until I need to stop. Well, I think first priority first is family, and then school, and then after that would be sports. And the way I balance my time is kind of just do whatever is in order of importance. I'll probably set my priorities straight and do whatever I think needs to be done before whatever I need to do after. It's all mental games, so the only way you can make it through is by keeping your morale struck to a certain calm level. Don't get too mad over things and just keep going from there. I think you always have to have that killer mentality, always strike to win, and always be smart and methodical through your moves. The team is amazing here. Everyone really bonds like a brother, and they're always supportive, and they just keep working hard, so everybody wants to win here.
Doing it right in the shot, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Shot.
Hey, excuse me, you're in the shot, bro. Can you get out the shot, please? No, get out the shot, bro. Bro, get out the shot, dude. Yeah, ask me what my pregame is.